jump into this week's video, make sure you go to CompleteLeadershipAcademy.com, where you'll find everything you need to accelerate your growth as a leader or for your leadership team. You can book a free call with us here and we can discuss customized options like playbooks, training, perhaps coaching. You can also grab the Leadership New Leader Playbook. This is over 60 pages of principles, activities, frameworks, scripts, and more, perfect for either new or experienced leaders. If you're looking for something for free, you can grab these 20 questions to ignite your leadership fire. But either way, look, we believe that leadership is not just a title, it is a fire, and we are here to help you ignite it. Now let's jump into this week's video. Hey everyone, today I wanted to have a conversation with Noah. This is my 14-year-old son. What's up? Hey. I just wanted to get Noah's insight as a teenager, a break dancer, he's been a gymnast, played sports, he obviously has been in school, and so he's interacted with a lot of leaders one way or another. So let's just start, like, what does leadership mean to you? Does that resonate? All that.
Leadership means to me, if you have like a leader in like your group of friends, they will like tell you like what to do and make it so you have like less pressure on like having to decide what you have to do. They just decide and that's what you do.
So do you have like a certain person in your friend group that you think of, whether you call it a leader or that they're helping you decide on things?
Yeah.
Yeah? So tell me about that person. Like, what do you like about them? What makes you kind of want to be around that person?
When he comes over to my house, most of my friends just are like, what do you want to do? And he's just like, okay, now let's do this. And it's just pretty easy to hang out with him.
Oh yeah?
Makes it more fun, yeah.
Because he's the one who's always like kind of decides. And it seems like you talk about that person more than anybody else. Do you think it is because of just the decisions, or are there other traits or other things about that person that draws you to them or makes you want to follow?
I don't know, makes me feel safe, and he's really nice.
Is there anybody at school, whether it's a teacher, a coach, a mentor, or anything like that kind of makes you feel safe, helps you make decisions, is a leader to you?
Probably my coach.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
He will just like, I asked him for like exercises to help me build muscle, and he gave me a lot of exercises, which I thought was really helpful.
That sounds like a breakdancing coach? Okay. So this breakdancing coach, what is it about the way that they communicate with you, or the way that they give you the stuff that makes you actually want to go do it?
It was really just how he coached me, by like telling me to take my time and like helped me with it, showed me like 3 times, and then if I wasn't really getting it, he could kind of tell in my face that I looked lost, and then he would do it for me again, and then like tap, like touch part of like the part of my like body that I need to like flex or do better, straighten.
That's really specific. That's awesome. It sounds like to you, somebody helping you make decisions, making it fun, taking out the like, oh, what else should I do? They have some certainty on what they're supposed to do. Now, have you yourself ever been like in that position where you've been kind of the one deciding, or the kind of leader, either in the friend group or with somebody else?
Yeah.
When was that?
When I play video games.
Okay. So you like to play Fortnite? All right. And so you kind of turn this on or activate this kind of persona, and tell me about that side of who you are.
I get excited because I'm telling them where to go and they'll listen.
Okay, so let's get really specific. So this is Fortnite.
Yeah.
You're in with 2 people, 3 people, whatever it is, even if it's duos, and I could be playing with you and you tell me what to do. Is that what? Okay. You tell me where to land, you tell me.
Yeah.
Right?
Like just like where to land and if you should fight a team or not.
Okay. And how do you know these things?
Because I've done it for a long time.
Okay, so like experience, the more you've done it. And do you have to think about that? Like,
not anymore.
What do you mean?
Like after like a year of doing it, it just kind of happens.
Okay. So it just naturally becomes like a part of who you are when you get into the game, I guess?
Yeah.
Is it certain people that you find like you're doing that, or is it like the entire friend group? Even this other person who's always the leader in the group, do you ever find yourself kind of telling them, all right, here's where we're going, all that?
There's certain people, most of the people I play with.
That you can
Yeah,
feel comfortable?
Yeah,
okay.
that I'd like tell them what to do. but other people, like, if they have more experience, then they'll tell us what to do,
Okay.
and I'll help them.
All right. But you kind of step into that role just naturally.
Yeah.
So when you go down to your game room, is it something that you are like, okay, I'm gonna go be a leader, or is it literally just part of when you put that headset on, you just have done it for so long that it just activates?
And I tell whether or not we stick together or not.
And how does that feel, like when you're doing it?
Great. And then usually when they don't listen and
Yeah.
they just push, then they die.
And what do you say to that?
Why? Why didn't you listen?
Do you ever like coach them up, like, come on, man, here's what you got to do next time? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can't push by yourself.
Okay. What does that
Listen.
mean?
It just means like, don't fight two people without me,
Okay.
so you won't die.
And like builds and all of that stuff, if you see that somebody needs to like learn something, do you like help them
Nah.
with that?
Nah, I don't
No.
do that. I
Okay.
just like, cause I play with like experienced players,
Okay.
like players that are like better than me.
Okay, that's good.
Like one of my friends, he's like really good, and I like tell him, cause like there's two things: IGL, which is like the leader, and then Fragger, which is like the like person who fights and is better.
Oh.
And he's that person, and I'm the leader one. So
Okay. Do you like playing with that person?
yeah,
Okay.
he's fun.
So what's the difference, let's say, between somebody who, now that we kind of have an idea of a leader, whether it's a friend, whether it's a coach, anything like that, somebody who's a good leader and somebody who's like ineffective, not good?
I've had someone like the person who I usually lead try to lead, and then we died right away because he didn't know like where to go.
What about different coaches or different teachers? Is there a difference for you between a person that you'd kind of follow and like look up to and someone who's like, oh my God?
I like when coaches tell me things that I like to hear, like take it slower, tell me really good job.
So when somebody encourages you and is there and supports you and like is in the trenches with you, what is not effective for you? Like something that doesn't work?
Just show me and then tell me to go.
So like if I'm your coach in flag football, I'm like, do this, go on, do it. You're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or breakdancing, same thing. Or
Yeah.
gymnastics. Okay. And how does that feel when somebody does that?
Embarrassing for me because I don't know what to do.
Okay. And sometimes I've noticed that you ask questions, but other times you don't feel comfortable asking questions. Is there a certain thing that a leader can do to help?
Well, one of my coaches, he like made me comfortable around him because he like talked to me a lot, and like this is the coach that I asked for like strength advice,
Okay.
and he made me feel comfortable talking to him because like he gives me like advice and talks to me a lot, and I feel like I can tell him stuff that happened outside of breaking.
Oh. Okay. That's totally different than what I thought. That's a really good one. Like, okay. So how could I, as a coach or someone, it's like building trust or building relationship. What would you do if you were a coach, a leader, something like that with someone?
Probably not ask how their day was, because it's like, well, you have to like ask like if you know that something was gonna happen.
Okay.
Just ask how that thing was.
It's totally outside of whatever you're working on.
Yeah, teachers.
What's that? Teachers what?
It's just harder to get close to them
Why?
because they have like 20,000 students.
Ah.
Yeah,
So a lot of times like the one-on-one is really, really important.
yeah. Or what my sister had, was like 5 people in the class.
That's a lot easier to like build trust
Yeah.
than with like 25 people. All right, so far we've got the friend who kind of tells you what to do, makes it a safe environment, and then you guys just kind of do that. You've got this breakdancing coach that has built a relationship with you and asks questions about specific things outside of breakdancing, and it kind of opens you up and you want to listen. And then he gives you things that he knows you can do, and then he tells you how to do it, sometimes shows you, and then encourages you to be able to do it. And then you kind of step into that role when you go downstairs, game room, and you kind of lock in, and you're kind of in that leader role.
Yeah.
Are you starting to get an idea of what a leader and what leadership is? Just thinking about those couple of instances, what does leadership mean in your mind?
Leadership to me means like if if someone like doesn't know what to do or like they're kind of like lost, then you can like help them out and like tell them, like guide them to what they need.
And it seems like it's more than just telling them what to do.
Yeah, it's like helping them and guiding them.
Right. And how do I get to a place where I can actually tell you what to do and you'll want to listen and you'll want to like go do it?
Make it fun for them. First, like asking them if they want to try.
And then some kind of like building some kind of
Like
relationship
asking,
or trust.
I said, ask how much, like ask stuff outside of what you're doing.
What would be some advice for parents, coaches, kids trying to help other people?
For coaches, I'd say don't rush them. Let them take their time and then ask them like questions about like how their day was. And if they say something like specific that they did, that they like pointed out, then ask about that. And then for kids, pick what you're gonna do and like help people if they don't look like they know what's going on.